Should you manufacture a component yourself or buy it from a supplier? A wrong make or buy decision can lock a company into unnecessary costs, capacity constraints, or strategic dependency. In this video, we'll understand what make vs buy means, how procurement teams evaluate it, the costs you need to consider, the strategic factors involved, and when making or buying actually makes more sense. Let's start. What is the make versus buy decision? The make versus buy decision is the process of determining whether a company should produce a product, component, or service internally, or procure it from an external supplier. In simple terms, make equals we produce it ourselves. Buy equals we purchase it from an external supplier. But here's the important part. A procurement professional shouldn't ask only, which option has the lower price? The real question is, which option creates the best overall economic and strategic outcome for the business? When does a make vs buy decision arise? This decision can arise in several situations. New product launch. A company is launching a new product and needs to decide whether to manufacture a new component internally or source it from a supplier. Capacity constraints. Perhaps internal production capacity is already full. The company may have the capability to manufacture something, but not enough available capacity. Cost optimization. Management may discover that external suppliers can produce a component more economically because they have greater scale or specialized processes. Strategic sourcing. The company may be reconsidering its sourcing strategy because of supplier risk, geopolitical exposure, or changes in the supply market. 5. Vertical integration. A company may decide that a particular component or process is strategically important enough to bring inside the organization. Step 1. Start with relevant costs. Now let's get into the actual analysis. Suppose a company needs 10,000 units of a component. A supplier offers the component for $18 per unit. So the annual purchase cost is 10,000 times $18 equals $180,000. At first glance, the decision seems easy. But suppose manufacturing internally would cost direct material, $8 per unit. Direct labor, $4 per unit. Variable overhead, $2 per unit. That's $14 variable cost per unit. So, 10,000 times $14 equals $140,000. It looks like making saves $40,000. But we're not finished. Suppose making internally requires additional equipment and supervision that creates $50,000 of avoidable annual cost. Now the relevant internal cost becomes $140,000 plus $50,000 equals $190,000. Buying costs $180,000. So despite the lower variable manufacturing cost, buy is economically better by $10,000 in this simplified example. This illustrates an important procurement principle. Don't compare purchase price with manufacturing cost alone. Compare the relevant costs of each alternative. Fixed costs, the common trap. This is where make vs buy analysis can become tricky. Suppose your factory already has a machine. You are already paying depreciation or other fixed costs associated with that machine. If you stop manufacturing the component, those costs may continue. In that situation, they may not be relevant to the short-term make vs buy decision. The key question is, will this cost actually change if we switch from make to buy? If the answer is no, be careful about treating it as an avoidable cost. This is why procurement and finance teams need to work together. The analysis should distinguish between relevant or avoidable costs and sunk or unavoidable costs. Step 2. Consider capacity and opportunity cost. Now let's introduce another important concept. Opportunity cost. Suppose your factory has limited capacity. You can manufacture component A internally, but doing so uses production hours that could instead be used to manufacture a highly profitable component B. So the cost of making component A isn't simply its labor and material cost. You also need to consider, what value are we giving up by using this capacity? This can completely change the decision. A component may appear cheaper to make internally, but if internal capacity could generate greater contribution elsewhere, buying may be the better decision. This is particularly important when manufacturing resources are constrained. Step 3. Total cost of ownership. Cost is also much broader than the supplier's quoted price. This is where total cost of ownership, or TCO, becomes useful. Suppose supplier A offers $20 per unit. Supplier B offers $18 per unit. It might seem obvious to choose supplier B, but imagine supplier B has longer transportation distance, higher freight cost, larger minimum order quantities, longer lead time, higher inspection requirements, higher defect rates. The actual economic cost may be significantly different from a quoted unit price. A TCO analysis looks beyond the purchase price to understand the broader cost of acquiring and using the item. So the question becomes, what does this option actually cost us across the supply chain? Not simply, what is the supplier's quoted price? Step 4. Strategic factors. Now comes the part that a pure cost calculation cannot answer. Imagine the component is a critical technology that differentiates your product from competitors. A supplier may offer it cheaply, but outsourcing it could mean losing control over intellectual property, product know-how, technology, process capability, future innovation. In that situation, make may be strategically attractive even if buy is slightly cheaper. On the other hand, consider a standardized component that many qualified suppliers can manufacture. If suppliers have strong capabilities and economies of scale, buy may make much more sense. A useful question is this component strategically important to our competitive advantage? Step 5. Capability, quality and lead time. Next, evaluate operational factors. Capability. Do we actually have the technology, equipment, skills, and process capability to manufacture it? Quality. Can we consistently achieve the required specifications? And can the supplier? Lead time. How quickly can each option respond to demand? Flexibility. What happens if demand suddenly increases or product specifications change? Reliability. How dependable is the supplier, and how resilient is our internal production process? These factors can be scored using a structured supplier or sourcing evaluation framework. Make versus buy decision matrix. A practical approach is to create a make versus buy decision matrix. For example, factor, make, buy, relevant cost, 7/10, 9/10, capacity, 5/10, 9/10, quality, 9/10, 8/10, technology, 9/10, 7/10, lead time, 8/10, 6/10, supply risk, 9/10, 5/10, strategic importance, 10/10, 6/10. But don't simply add these numbers without thinking. Assign weights based on business priorities. For a strategically critical component, strategic importance might receive a much higher weight than it would for a commodity item. This converts a subjective debate into a more structured decision. When should you make vs buy? So let's simplify this. Make tends to become more attractive when internal capacity is available. The product is strategically important. Intellectual property is critical. Internal manufacturing capability is strong. Quality control is critical. Supplier risk is high. Long-term demand justifies investment. Buy tends to become more attractive when suppliers have significant economies of scale. The item is standardized or non-core. Internal capacity is constrained. Suppliers have superior technology or expertise. Demand is uncertain. Capital investment would be difficult to justify. Multiple qualified suppliers are available. But remember, these are decision factors, not universal rules. Final takeaway. The biggest mistake in a make versus buy decision is treating it as a simple price comparison. A robust procurement decision considers relevant cost plus TCO plus capacity plus capability plus quality plus lead time plus risk plus strategic importance. And one final thought. The cheapest option is not always the lowest cost option, and the lowest cost option is not always the best strategic option. That's the real essence of make versus buy. If you found this video valuable, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. Join our membership. You will get to break down supply chain problems and their database solutions with real-world frameworks every week. Till then, keep optimizing. Thanks for watching.